Hello guys, good morning and welcome. So this is session number 6 and we're going to talk about digital audio workstation and its features. Alright, so here's a question. Can you build a beat in 5 moves? So I'm going to show you or I'm going to play you a raw sound, and then after that I'm going to play the track idea that I made. So this is the raw sound. Again, again. That's the raw sound. It's like waving a stick. And here is the track idea. Again, again. It sounds cool, isn't it? So now, what do you think I used to create that track idea? Of course, I used DAW. So in this part, if you are a teacher or facilitator, you can ask your students what sound or what features of the digital audio workstation I used, and let them answer. And then after that, provide them a possible answer. Like in this track idea, I used trim. So I trimmed down the raw sound, and I used you can also use looping, and then you can add layer since I added another sound, and you can adjust the volume and then export feature or the sharing feature. So those 5 are the most common answers or most possible answers. Adao is just a tool, and you are still the one who give life to music. The artistic decision still comes from you, the person who is using the DAW or digital audio workstation. Before we proceed to our main activity or main game, I will show you logos. So some of these are digital audio workstation and some are not. So I want you to guess if it is a DAW or not. So for the first logo, Ableton, is this a DAW or not? How about this one? How about this? Is this a DAW? How about this? And this? 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 How about this? And this? And finally, this. So all of it is an example of all of this is an example of digital audio workstation, except from those 3: the calculator, the camera, and the Facebook Messenger. So all of these are digital audio workstation except from those 3. Yeah, so here's the right answer. Alright, so quick check. So DAW or music player? A DAW is where you can edit, organize, record, arrange your tracks, mix, and export audio. So you can create music. While a music player it is just a music player. It plays your audio, your finished song. So that's the difference between the two. So this one is a game, and they are going to stand up and show them their answer. So I'm gonna give them answer cards, and each group will receive answer cards, and then they will pick their answer as I say these statements. So these statements that I'm going to show are features of a digital audio workstation or DAW, and they have to identify or match the the statement with the feature in their answer card. Like for example, letter A, it captures and replaces sound. So what feature of DAW is this? So the answer is audio recording and playback. So captures and replace sound, audio record, it captures, playback as replace sound. And then here's another. So uses digital note information to control instruments. So what is your answer? So the answer to this is MIDI, MIDI. How about letter C? It provides software-based instrument sounds. Software-based instrument sounds. What do you think? The answer is virtual instruments. So now you can imagine in my class, they will be, uh, talking with each other and talking with each other about what should they show me. So mag-enjoy sila dito. Now for letter D, it changes the sound using tools such as echo or reverb. Okay, you can pause this video if you need to think longer. So the answer to this is effects. So echo and reverb are effects. Letter E, cuts, trims, moves, or cleans audio. What's the answer to this? The answer is audio editing. And how about this? Balances volume and layers. And the answer is mixing. And how about this one? Changes settings over time automatically. The answer is, yeah, automation. And finally, polishes this polishes the final sound. And this is mastering tools. Oh, there's another one. Saves the project as a playable audio file. And export or rendering. So that's the game. So these are the answers, and now let's explore BandLab. So in this part of the class, I'm gonna show them uh, what BandLab looks like. So we're gonna dive in and use the BandLab application. So I already downloaded BandLab on my laptop, and I also downloaded it on my cell phone in case I can't use my television, or in case I cannot use my laptop. But then again, if you are the teacher or facilitator, you have to prepare your, raw material, raw sound, or you can just record on your laptop or phone. Uh, so if you are a teacher or facilitator, you have to prepare your BandLab app on your laptop or cell phone, and your raw sound. You have to prepare your raw sound to, you know, because in this part, you are going to demonstrate how to um, edit sound, how to mix music, and all of that. So let me show you how to do it. Oh, wait. All right, now we are inside BandLab. So You just have to click create on the top right corner of the screen, create the new project. All right, so and then you have to choose what you're gonna do today. So for today, let's choose a voice or an audio. So the simplest one, you can close this one, and then you can now insert or import your prepared sound. So now let's add track and choose voice and audio. So now we have two tracks. You can now insert um, now we can now insert our song or our prepared raw sound. So I'm gonna import mine, and mine is inside of this. So let's use book, and it sounds like this. So now I'm gonna, since you heard that part, so I'm gonna remove that. So I'm gonna trim my uh, my sample, so like this, and now you can play it again, and there you go. So next is we're gonna slow it down a little. We're gonna use the beats per minute. So it is set at 20, and I'm gonna set it to somewhere like 80. Then adjust. Then it will sound like, okay, sounds good enough. Now you can zoom in by mouse scroll, control mouse scroll. Now if we can now add another, so you can press, is that right, control or alt, then click and drag the audio, or could just control C and control V, copy and paste. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use only this part. So let's do just that. So I'm gonna cut it. So on your keyboard, just press S to slice it easily, and then delete the parts that you don't need. So this is what I'm gonna do. So let's try and play it again, and then copy it again in here, and it's gonna sound like this. Okay, by the way, this is the playing area, so you have to extend it all the way to here, to where you want. I'm gonna trim it again here. Okay, let's hear it. Okay, it's too long, so I'm gonna trim it again, adjust the playing area. I think this is too long, so I'm gonna trim it also, so maybe around here. and then Control A to select all the tracks, the samples, and then move it there, and then I'm gonna play it again. Oops, the playing area I haven't adjusted, so there we go. Again. I think it's too long again, so we can slice it, cut it, adjust. So this is what you're mostly gonna do: slice, adjust, trim, loop. Now we're gonna change the pitch on this one, on the second track. So just double click it, and below you will be able to see the pitch shift. I'm gonna try 12. So upping up. Is that a word? Upping up. So I'm gonna push it to the, the highest pitch. Let me hear it. Okay, it sounds like that. It sounds like an error, computer error. How about the lowest pitch? Okay, much better. I like that one. So here we go. And actually I'm gonna add another track. So add track, and then copy again this one, slice. I'm gonna use this part, the intro part. So let's extend it to somewhere. No, because I want to use, the sound of the jeepney in here, and I'm gonna increase the gain so it sounds like this. Okay, and here's the final touch. Okay, and this is just using that book sound. So I was just opening and closing that book while recording it. So that's it. So now, if you are the teacher or facilitator, you can require them at least, the minimum requirement is they have to import a sound, and that's it. If they can do it, they can trim, loop, layer, and mix. Those are bonuses, because our target for this session is make them explore the digital audio workstation, and I don't want them to, you know, feel frustrated because they cannot edit a good song or good sound. So my baseline is super low. So they just have to import a sound on the BandLab application, and That's it. But again, if they can do more, that's good, right? So these are the five um, features they're gonna use if they can. And then this is the sampling sprint. So I'm gonna give them 4 minutes for this one. So they are gonna pick one classroom sound from the session 5 and then choose one digital audio workstation action or DAW action, then plan one musical use, and then they have to connect it to a mood or school life. So this is like planning or idea creation. Now, if you still have time, you can do this after the 4 minute sampling sprint. So our sample came from blank, mine came from a book. In band lab, so what I did was I trimmed it by using the band lab application, and it could be used as a introduction since it is low energy, intro part because yeah, it is quite low energy. So that is my uh, sample answer to this. So what about you? So if you are a student alone in your room or alone or inside a class, um, pause this video so you can think and write more. Now here is the track points. So how group earn points. So plus 1 for sound source, DAW action +1, musical use +1, mood +1, and device rules, if they followed it, +1, maximum of 5 track points. Now for their exit ticket, so this is again the formative assessment part, and I let them write their answers on their notebook. And in my classes, I plan to check their notebooks twice. So one in the middle of the term and one near the end of the first term, or 1 week before the term exam, 2 weeks before the term exam. And that's it. Thank you for your active participation. This is session number 6 again, and yeah, a DAW helps creators turn raw sound into a shareable track idea. So this is a generalization part. Now you can ask, now if you are a teacher and you want to ask your students a reflection question, you can do so if you still have time. So that's all from me. See you again.